Have you ever found yourself wishing for a larger penis? You're not alone. Many men believe that a bigger penis will lead to more confidence, admiration, and success. But what if I told you that a larger penis might not be everything it's cracked up to be? In fact, there are several hidden drawbacks that could make life with a larger penis much more complicated than you ever imagined. Dr. Stefan Bunt, a seasoned urologist and sexual health expert, discusses the medical and social implications of having a large penis. While many men view it as a symbol of masculinity, it comes with risks and challenges that could surprise you. Through this video, we aim to dismantle the myths surrounding penis size, debunking the belief that bigger is always better. Stick with me as I walk you through 5 surprising truths that could change the way you think about size. 1. The risk of penile fractures. One of the most serious risks men face when it comes to penis size is the potential for penile fractures. While it might sound like a joke, this is a real and dangerous medical issue that many men aren't aware of. Contrary to the popular notion of a boner, which might imply some kind of rigidity, a penis doesn't actually contain any bones. However, it's important to understand the mechanics of an erection, because the rigidity comes from a fibrous tissue called the tunica albuginea that surrounds the cavernous bodies of the penis. When the penis becomes erect, this fibrous tissue becomes stiff, and the increase in rigidity can make it more vulnerable to damage. The risk of fracture is not limited to accidents alone. Certain sexual positions can significantly increase the chances of injury. A larger penis, for example, brings an added factor of leverage. This means that during intercourse, the mechanical forces at play, particularly in positions where forceful bending occurs, are magnified. Research shows that positions such as doggy style are among the most dangerous for causing penile fractures. When these forces are applied to the erect penis, it can lead to a rupture of the tunica albuginea, resulting in a tear. Though the penis doesn't break in the traditional sense, as there are no bones, the injury can still cause substantial damage. So what does this mean for men who wish for a larger penis? In addition to the risks associated with injury, the reality is that a bigger penis might make the situation even worse. The additional length and girth can create increased torque, which makes it more susceptible to forceful bending during intimate moments. The greater the size, the greater the risk of damaging the tunica albuginea, causing what's known as a penile fracture. As a urologist, I've seen far too many men suffer from these injuries, often because they didn't fully understand the risks. It's essential for men to remember that health should always take priority over size. The pursuit of a larger penis often comes from unrealistic expectations, but the reality is that these risks are real and can lead to serious long-term consequences. As much as many men dream of a bigger penis, they are often overlooking the medical dangers that come with it. It's heartbreaking to see a simple wish for size turn into a painful, lasting injury. 2. Surgical and medical complications. The second major issue with having a larger penis relates to the practical difficulties that arise during medical procedures. While most medical instruments are designed for the average-sized penis, men with larger penises often face complications when these instruments are used for examinations or treatments. For example, during prostate exams or surgeries, medical professionals may struggle to properly access the prostate, especially if the penis is larger than average. This is not an uncommon problem, and I've personally seen cases where surgical procedures were more difficult or less successful because the size of the penis interfered with medical equipment. In addition to prostate exams, larger penises can complicate other health-related procedures, such as transurethral surgeries, which are common for men as they age and develop prostate issues. These procedures often require delicate precision, and the presence of a larger penis can create challenges in maneuvering medical tools or accessing the areas that need attention. As men age, it becomes more likely that they will need some type of prostate treatment or surgery, and a larger penis can make these procedures significantly more difficult, with the potential for worse outcomes than a more average size might cause. The risk of complications doesn't stop at prostate exams or surgeries. Larger penises can affect other routine medical processes, from catheterization to diagnostic imaging. For example, catheterization, often necessary for urinary tract infections or other issues, can be more challenging with a larger penis. This may lead to discomfort, longer procedure times, or a higher risk of injury, both for the patient and for the medical team. It's easy to overlook the logistical challenges that come with having a larger penis until you're in a hospital bed and find yourself dealing with the very real difficulties that size can bring. As a physician, I've worked with patients whose unusually large penises created significant problems during routine medical procedures. What might seem like a minor inconvenience can quickly escalate into something more serious when medical professionals are forced to adapt their techniques or equipment to accommodate size. In some cases, patients end up with more complications than they would have had they been of average size. This is why it's so important for men to recognize that size is not always an advantage, especially when it comes to health and medical procedures. What might seem like an asset on the outside can quickly turn into a source of frustration and risk when it comes to your overall well-being. 3. Toilet troubles and daily inconveniences. A practical issue that many men may not consider when thinking about penis size is the challenge posed by toilets. In many parts of the world, toilet designs simply aren't built to accommodate larger bodies, let alone larger penises. In the United States, for example, toilet bowls are often deep and wide, which can mean that a larger penis comes in contact with the toilet water. In Europe, the issue is slightly different, as larger penises are more likely to touch the toilet bowl itself. While this may initially sound trivial or even humorous, it's a very real concern for men with larger penises. These daily inconveniences can make a man feel self-conscious, uncomfortable, or even frustrated, especially in public restrooms or when traveling. A smaller penis, by comparison, is much less likely to cause these issues, making it easier to use toilets without feeling awkward or cramped. This is something most men don't think about, but size does have an impact on your everyday experiences, from public restrooms to clothing choices. It's one of those aspects of life that often goes unspoken, but can have a real effect on your comfort and confidence. Constantly feeling uncomfortable in your own body can negatively affect your mental health and self-esteem over time. So when considering size, it's important to think about the practical, everyday impacts that may arise, beyond just the physical aspects of sex. 4. Sexual compatibility. When it comes to sexual relationships, many men mistakenly believe that a larger penis is the key to satisfying their partners. However, the reality is that sexual compatibility goes far beyond just size. Women have different preferences when it comes to intimacy, and in some cases, a larger penis may not be ideal. Over the years, I've counseled many couples who experience discomfort or pain during intercourse due to the size of a partner's penis. For some women, a larger penis can cause significant discomfort during penetration, making it difficult to maintain a healthy and enjoyable sexual relationship. An overly large penis can even result in physical pain, which may lead to frustration or emotional stress in the relationship. There's a fine balance between size and functionality. In many cases, a medium-sized penis may actually be more conducive to a pleasurable experience for both partners. It's about finding harmony where both partners are comfortable and can enjoy intimacy without it becoming an obstacle.
Sexual satisfaction is about much more than just the physical aspect. While size certainly plays a role, it's only a small part of the equation. What truly matters is the emotional connection and mutual pleasure between partners. I've had numerous patients who worried about their size, but their partners loved them regardless of how big or small they were. It's the emotional intimacy, communication, and trust that create a satisfying sexual experience. If size becomes a barrier to achieving this, it's crucial to address the issue with open communication. Ultimately, mutual understanding and a focus on pleasure and connection will always outweigh size concerns in a healthy sexual relationship.
Number 5, the social and psychological impact. The social implications of having a large penis often come with unexpected challenges. While it may initially seem like a confidence booster, over time it can become a source of unwanted attention. In public spaces such as gyms or locker rooms, men with larger penises may find themselves the target of jokes, inappropriate comments, or even unsolicited photos. This can lead to feelings of anxiety, embarrassment, and self-consciousness. Instead of the desired boost in confidence, a large penis can sometimes make it difficult to have normal interactions with others, particularly in situations where personal boundaries are ignored. Additionally, some men with larger penises may feel reduced to just their size. They may worry that others are only interested in them for their physical attributes, rather than for who they are as a person. This feeling of objectification can negatively impact their self-esteem and overall mental health, leading to frustration and a lack of self-worth. Over time, the attention they receive based solely on size can create a sense of isolation and even anxiety in social situations. When I talk to my patients, many express frustration about being seen solely for their size. It's a complex issue because while a large penis might initially feel like a source of pride, it can quickly turn into a burden. It's essential to remember that true confidence comes from within. Size is just one small part of the equation. It's your personality, integrity, and self-assuredness that make you truly attractive. The most important thing is to focus on building self-esteem that isn't dependent on external validation, and to nurture relationships that are based on emotional and intellectual connections rather than physical attributes alone. To summarize, while it might be tempting to chase after the ideal of a larger penis, the reality is that size comes with its own set of complications. Whether it's medical risks, daily inconveniences, or social issues, a larger penis might not be as advantageous as it seems. The key takeaway here is that every size has its advantages and disadvantages. It's crucial to embrace the body you have and focus on what truly matters: your health, your relationships, and your confidence. If you found this information valuable, please consider subscribing and sharing this video with others. The more we can spread the word, the more men can benefit from accurate, honest information about their health. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.